I thought it had automatically have a solution to my drug problem, but it didn't quite happen like that.
At the beginning, I had the naive thought that it would get me off drugs.
At the beginning, I didn't really think it was going to help. It was something I was doing because the courts told me to do it. It was a way of staying out of prison.
I thought it helped towards getting me off the drugs.
At the beginning I thought it was helped me more just not being having to go out grafting, you know.
I thought I'd get on the methadone, I'd get like on the reduction course, I thought all my prayers were answered sort of thing.
I hoped that I'd be able to get off my heroin addiction and get back to some kind of normal life.
Get off drugs and then stay off them, like.
It's just saves going out grafting and robbing and that, I mean, so it's helping me tremendously, like, you know the truth.
At the beginning, I thought that I'd get clean straight away.
Basically stopped me having to go out thieving, you know, stay.
I just wanted to get off street drugs, and basically I thought I just thought methadone would help me a lot better.
I thought it would help me by getting stable on my methadone when I went on a methadone programme.
How it reduced me a crime offending and that.
I thought it'd get me off it. Six times.
I've accessed it now about 5 times.
Twice.
Well, on and off now, I've been on it for like 12 years.
Loads over the past 7 years, loads.
I had quite a few scripts through the 80s, but it was interspersed with prison sentences.
Once.
5 times.
About 3 times.
5 or 6 times.
The last time I got all the way down from 120 mils a day, which is a lot, to a 2 milligram Subutex, and the reason I would say I went away to Ireland for a long bank holiday, and I came back on the Saturday, and I went down to the chemist to get my script, and they said that I should have come Friday.
I don't think I was ready to get clean. I thought I was, but I don't think I was now looking back.
I wasn't really ready to come off.
It did work for me. I got right down on a script, but then I ended the DRR and ended up sort of slipping back into my old ways and leaving the script then.
Because of myself really, it wasn't because the treatment didn't work, it's because I wasn't ready.
I've been very unsettled. I haven't had any choice of place to go. You know.
The problem was that we were both in full-time employment, myself and my partner, and there was a marked unwillingness to discuss any other method of treatment than daily observed consumption at the chemist, which of course presents a significant problem if you have to be working shifts.
Well, I've been on injectables for about 10 years, 12 years. I've only been prescribed injectables the once.
It's just slipping back to maybe just hanging around with the wrong people and, like I say, not having places to live, and it's the way of getting rid of the boredom and that, like, you know.
They would always give me the opposite of what I wanted.
Because I'm homeless, that's a big problem.
I don't know, just lapsed on the drugs and that.
I think we should have obviously doing some other countries, a mentor, you know, where you have a time of, sometimes like you feel weak and you think I'm going to go and score, someone you could contact, you know, someone to lean on type of thing, I think would help.
Help with housing. I'd like to do courses.
I do spend quite a lot of time here anyway, like I come every day, so none really.
At the moment I'm living homeless, so support with housing.
You know, I get a lot of support. I find that any problem I've got, I've been helped with.
Yeah, I could do with more support of my housing because I'm in a hostel at the minute and I need somewhere permanent to live.
Just support, it's really mostly support on the accommodation really. Everything else it sorts out from accommodation.
Maybe, you know, get back and get my life back with it, you know, get clean of the stuff and, like I say, get back into socialising, like.
Well, if I got back on the injectables, like, the aim is to get off the street again.
Well, basically just to be stable on my meth.
I'll be looking for some extra support in a couple of months' time when I should have finished my reduction and stopped taking Subutex.
Well, I was homeless and on drugs, so I needed help like with accommodation and stuff like that as well.
Support doing more things, you know, days out, things to keep busy.
To give me what I want, basically. I asked for amps, and they just keep putting meth up instead of giving me, you know, an amp.
More housing support.
I would like support with housing. I think that we should have more help to like occupy our time more constructively.
To do more things really, voluntary work or something.
It's taken me away from the crowd that was with
Yeah, I would say it is. I've tried to, I had the concept of, as long as I'm not going backwards, it doesn't matter if I stop or if I'm going forward really slowly.
Because I'm on a methadone script, so I don't have to go out robbing to buy heroin.
It's a lot better than what it was last time. It's doing a lot better now. I'm on the amount of methadone that holds me. I feel a lot more comfortable on the amount of methadone I'm on, and I've got a good relationship with my key worker as well.
Yeah, it is now, because I don't steal anymore.
Yeah, it is. It's been pretty good so far, like. Through the script really, getting on a script and that, and you know, just getting stable on it.
Not really. I'm still using.
Yeah. Treatment's working for me at the moment because of the methadone script I'm on. At the moment I don't need to use drugs.
It's helping me to not offend no more.
I find it as, yeah, I find it very is, yeah. It's getting me very lively. And it's stopping me from getting sent to prison.
At the moment it is, yeah. I've only been doing it about 3 weeks now. But yeah, it's working at the moment.
Undoubtedly. Now it's approaching 2 years that we've been involved with yourselves, and I'm now approaching a situation where I hopefully will be drug free in the next few months, so you know, I could say it's worked very well.
No, not at all. The only thing that's keeping me out of jail, I just can't seem to hold the linkers down, that type of thing, keep blowing it back up.
Yeah, stopping me from buying heroin.
I believe so, yeah. I've not taken any heroin for about 13 months.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not offending anymore.
Yeah, I've managed to get myself down to 50 mil at the moment, and it is older me. I still am dabbling a little bit light, but that's just basically I've had enough.
Like at the moment I'm scripted on methadone, and if that holds me then I don't bother using, but if it's not holding me then yeah, I go out and use.
No, I get what, I don't get what I want, but you know, near enough to what I want, but
It has done in the past, but this time I find it a struggle. Maybe because of the people I hang around with.
Yes, it is working, yeah, for the last 12 months it has, yeah. Because I'm steady on my meth now, I don't have to go out stealing and shopping.
I think I could do better if I, like I said, if I had accommodation.
Well, no, not really at the moment. I'm using a lot of crack.
In the main, no. I mean, I was told I was going to go on the methadone script that did that, but I'm now on amps, and that's my choice to be on the amps, so...
They just... No, not really. They've just told me to be put on the methadone script.
I have in the past had the opportunity of Subutex or meth, but I messed up on the Subutex, so I didn't get a choice this time, no.
Yeah, I was offered anything from a detox or a methadone prescription or Subutex. So yeah, I was given a few choices, yes.
Yes, but we talked about other treatments, yeah.
No, I was given it by the court.
Yeah, I didn't really have a choice now because of the medication I'm taking.
I didn't know.
No, not at all.
No, I wanted a reduction rather than a maintenance, but the options were really methadone or nothing because the amount of heroin I was taking was too high to be able to take Subutex.
But you see, I lied. Yeah, I went on Subutex. I was on less than what I was. So they put me on Subutex and it sent me into instant withdrawal. So I ended up going back and going on methadone, which I never wanted to go on. And that is the worst thing I've ever done.
Not really, no.
No.
No, it wasn't, no.
We discussed fully all the treatment that was available, and I had a big say in what was prescribed to me.
Just come here, add action, and off at Aqua House.
No, really, I've only just started getting back into my support networks.
I go to Aqua House 3 times a week.
I see my key worker at Aqua House about once every 3 weeks.
I was on DS, it lasted 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was on Subutex when I went to prison, but when I got there, because I was pregnant, they put me on methadone.
2 weeks on diazepam.
I've been put straight onto a detox wing. When I've gone to jail, I had done like a couple of weeks there and that.
I did, yeah. It wasn't so bad in jail, but obviously then the treatment's only in the period you're in jail. It's not a long going thing.
Put me on DFs and Valium for about 3 weeks on the reduction course.
The second time, saying that wasn't really drug treatment, they just give you a few DFs, and I mean, that doesn't really help. Still climbing the walls, like.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Subutex.
Yes, yeah, detox, yeah.
I got put on a methadone programme. That's reduced slowly from 30 mil.
I was working with a carrot team in there.
The drug treatment place at Barnabas.
When I got out of prison, I was kicked out of prison with no methadone scripts or anything, so I was in a bit of a bad situation when I got out.
Straight away, none, because I was actually homeless on the street.
Aqua House, mainly.
Or doing something to take time. I was doing this to taking drugs or trying to do something else. You know, other than just buying drugs.
There was no help available whatsoever when I come out of jail, unless you actually go for it, look for it yourself and be that bit strong, you know.
When I come out, the prison just put me straight back onto the streets. So I was homeless. They didn't give me a script to go home with, and it was a Friday, so I couldn't get a script from Aqua House. So I used over the weekend.
There wasn't much help at first, but once I started looking around, yeah, there is quite a bit of help.
I don't think there's much help available when you come out of prison. I think there could be a lot more that could be done.
Nothing really.
done. I've been on this order now 13 months, and like before I was on this order, I was never always in jail. But since I've been on this order, it's just 13 months, I haven't been back to jail once. So this order has helped me.
Yeah, it's kept me focused, and the fact that if I know I messed it up, I go back to prison. So.
Yeah, it helped me a lot. I didn't get in no trouble for over 12 months when I was on it.
Yeah, very much, yeah.
No.
It did help, yeah. Because it did what I wanted it to do in the first place. It stopped me offending and, you know, give me more things to do, give me things to keep me occupied.
Yeah, very. But no, I'm not thinking the same way as I was before. It's like all the most positive thinking.
Yeah, it helped me quite.
Personally, I'm finding the DRR very hard to abide by. So there could be a lot more with the DRR apart from just appointments.
Yeah, in a way, but as a DCTO at the time, when
I didn't get any support after it had finished.
None. No, after it finished there wasn't as much support.
well, I just started coming to a DAC journey, really, that was only it really.
If you would consider living in a hostel homeless, I've been homeless since I was 16, right up to 3 years ago when I got.
Yeah, I'm homeless at the moment.
I'm currently homeless at the moment, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say about the last 2 years, I've been homeless person.
I'm homeless at the moment.
Yeah, been homeless on and off for about 10, 15 years.
Yes, many times.
I am homeless at the moment, yeah.
Yes, the first time was about 3 years. And then before, I've been quite a few times homeless.
These shortage of housing.
Because like, you know, well, once I got an house, and then like, you know, because I was in and out of jail, they took the place off me, and I ended up in the arrears of £750, I think, and since that, they won't give me another place.
Yeah, a couple of times when I was pregnant with this baby and my last baby, I got chucked out of hospital with nowhere to go.
Yes, which is, it's because of crime, the drugs. I was doing the crime to buy the drugs.
Yeah, I've been down for ages, just waiting.
I'm actually in a bit of trouble now of getting housing day and that night, but I got kicked out of the hostel and that, and I've left myself in a bad position, homeless like so.
At the moment I'm having really bad problems in this area. It works on a point system and it's like over 6 years. I'm going to be given somewhere to stay over the weekend, B&B or something, but yeah, finding somewhere to stay is a real big issue at the moment with me.
Because of me drug use, me offending.
Well, there's a shortage of housing, and because I'm single, I don't have many points, but since I became ill, it's gone right up. Now I've no problems. They've housed me and I'm being looked after very well.
I'm still having problems getting housing in a hostel now, which is better than the streets, but it's hard to get a flat round here.
The reason I get problems because I'm on probation at the moment. Most places where it's easier for me to contact probation as well as the hostel.
I have and I haven't. Depends, you know. There's a few times I've been up at a council property, and then I've gone to jail, and then I've come out and realised I got arrears. So then, when obviously when you come back out, you've got to pay my arrears off. So I have and I haven't, unless you get prior rent, you see.
They said I was in rent arrears and that, which wasn't the truth. It was a lot.
It's just through not paying me rent, and the last time I had a flat, and I just didn't bother handing the keys, and I lost that flat. So
because of rent arrears and homelessness, drug use and prison.
Yeah, I've had quite a lot of problems now. Rent arrears, criminal records.
A lot of problems, and the council don't seem to want to entertain me. Personally, I think it's because I've got a drug problem, but they say it's because I've got no family ties in Chester. But I think the housing council are very biased and don't do a lot to help people with drug problems.
Because I can't get you won't put my name back on the list because we owe £1,000 in rent arrears for not filling the forms in.
I could never relax, because when you're in a hostel and you're using, you're going to break the rules sometime, aren't you? You know.
I mean, you meet a lot of people that are in the same situation as you. A lot of addicts, obviously, a lot of drinkers, you know. But it's one of them things. Just keep yourself to yourself.
You can get involved with the people that live in there, like, and there is a lot of drug activity going on that, like, and it's whether you can be strong enough to, you know, and take yourself away from that.
It's like being trapped, being in prison.
Horrible. My experience of hostels, I went straight to a hostel from jail, and it was like jumping straight back into the shark pool. You know, the drugs were everywhere, and it was hard, and I broke. You know, I thought I'd have a little bit just because I was cleaner.
I find it myself very difficult because there's quite a few people in there that do mixing drugs.
Somewhere to get your head down and that, but everyone in there's the same as me. No one's drugs in there, so it's hard to move on, really.
Different. Well, with everyone, like, you got share with lots of people.
It's not bad, right? Well, the plan is to get out the hostel eventually, right? And to get into a move-on place. That's why I'm there.
It's not too bad. But everybody that's in the hostel, they're all drugged. Everybody's a drug taker, and it doesn't help. You know, Robert.
For me, it wasn't much fun. You know, the hostels are not supposed to be out there.
And I felt that it was very good for me at the time. There was a lot of support.
It's okay, really. Just got your own room and I just share the kitchen and toilets and showers.
It is a struggle because you've got people using rounds 24/7.
I would love to do a year doing something that has totally nothing to do with drugs. Forklift driving or something that doesn't take any brain power. I need to, you know, work with my hands, and then I'd like to go and do some counselling. I would love to educate children. I mean, prevention is better than cure.
I am in education.
I have thought about it, but I have got a terrible police record.
I'm trying to get operation to help me get onto a music course at the moment now.
And I actually done a CSCS card, which is a health and safety card, which was free through the hostel on computers and stuff like that. Like, so.
I've thought about it, but to be honest, it wouldn't be to help with employment. It'd be to help with me numeracy and literacy.
I've accessed a few training courses and that, but I've never actually continued them.
I've done paint decorating courses. I've got quite a lot there, but obviously when you're homeless as well and you're trying to get back into that support community, it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, well, I've got a few mental health problems and that, so being able to.
Yeah, one more stable.
But I can't because I'm on disability benefits, and their view is if you're well enough to go to college or anything, you're well enough to work.
I'm hoping to go into plumbing this year at the college.
Yes, I am looking into education at the moment. Yeah.
I would like to do go to college once I came off methadone though.
No, not really. I haven't thought about that now.
Yeah, I must have been offered a job last week actually. Went to start it and I got turned down because I was on the streets.
Oh, obviously, yeah. The whole point of this was so that I can work with some other object in mind other than just paying for drugs.
Yes, I mean I worked, I maintained my heroin addiction by working, and I'm looking to work as soon as I'm off the Subutex.
Not at the minute. Eventually I will do, but I need to sort my drug problem out first. I mean, homelessness.
Can't work at the time being because I'm in an hostel and I'd have to pay loads of money. It won't be worth me working.
Thought a few times, that's why I want to do a course to get plumbing and then go into that.
It sorts you out.
To make sure you get on well with your key worker and stick at it no matter what.
It doesn't work for everybody, but it just might work for them.
Stop you from taking drugs?
It'd be that you manage to get your life back on track, that you can stop using drugs.
That there's someone there all the time to talk to.
That if you want the help, it's there for you.
That it can address the principal problem you've got in your life, which is your drug use.
The only thing that will keep you out of jail is get on a prescribed methadone.
Oh, it's all good. But it does work, providing that you stay with it, you stick with it, you know what I mean?
Try and get a treatment what suits you no matter what it is.
There is a lot of help there if you need it.
That there is people there that will listen to you, and there is medication available to you. You just have to go and seek the help.
To get stable on you'll get stable on your methadone.
It's time to go into treatment because it does help you. It keeps you off, out of prison. And
if you're on methadone and you're given clean urines, you're a good statistic for the place. So it's hard. I remember when the first time I went to go on detox, it took me about 3 months. Are you sure you want to do it? Take a month. Think about it properly.
The appointment system, I would say, because I've had appointments with the doctor. For example, the key worker said, right, we have an appointment set for then, next week, say, and then it's got to then, and the day before she's rung up and she's been put off because she has to go to a meeting out because she's been sick.
One of the bad things would be people assuming they know more than what you want than you do, for overriding you.
Methadone's bad.
Personally, it would be the fact that having to go and pick up a prescription daily and being observed. The chemist I'm in at the moment is I have to knock on the back door, and I'm took into a dark room, and it feels very degrading.
Sometimes you don't get the right treatment.
It can be a little pushy sometimes, but maybe that's just me because I'm on an order.
The thing is, well, the bad thing I think is it takes a little bit. It takes a while, really. But we do eventually get through it.
If you're a working drug user, it's almost completely inflexible. You don't have a choice as to how you're treated. You have to accept the treatment they're prepared to give you.
I wouldn't bother. If you can get employment and that, well, myself, I'd just, buy street drugs.
It tends to be a bit one-size-fits-all. Methadone daily pick-up to start off with, which is, and I know the reasons you do it, government guidelines, etc., but it's a bit of a pain in the arse.
It can be an addiction itself, because it's up to you at the end of the day to come off the treatment, so you can be on it for years if you want to be.
It's going to be addicted for the rest of their life, basically, and it's harder to get off. I mean, the treatment they give you is methadone, that's harder than getting off the street here, in my eyes,
Don't go on methadone for a long-term solution.
not to go on too much of a high dose of methadone.
You don't really get that much help really, apart from you getting your script.
I'm hoping to be completely drug-free and hopefully working in that.
I'd like to think that I'd be working, I'd like to think that I've got something that I can call my own and a roof over my head.
Not relying on chemicals.
I don't know. I don't know.
In 2 years' time I hope to be settled, you know, off the streets and be back in a working community.
I don't know where I'm going to see myself in 6 months' time. At the moment I've got like DVT, cellulitis and a leg ulcer, so if we carry on like they'll give me between 6 months and 12 months. So.
Hopefully off the methadone.
With my own place really, I suppose. Off the drugs and looking for work, hopefully.
Probably dead if I carry on with everything going like.
Hopefully back with my girlfriend and my daughter and off to go clean.
Healthy, working, looking forward to the rest of my life.
Well, hopefully I'll be working and off me methadone script and
hopefully with accommodation and drug-free.
Well, I want to be clean of drugs and working and settle down with family, hopefully.
Instead of going by your rule book, listen to what they say, to what we say, because it's we what know, they don't know.
Just that. Thank you for helping me really. You have tried to helping me.
Yeah, say thank you to him and that, because without him I'd be knackered sort of thing and probably be in jail now.
Yeah, keep going. Well, you know, it's doing good for people that want it.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job, and it's people that really want it. I know it's there for them, like, I mean, but most fucking smackheads and blackheads, they just can't be asked for that sort of thing, I mean, but it is there, it's available for you, the help if you want it.
Yeah, listen to the people who use it, I mean, especially the older people.
I think that the drug service has come a long way over the last couple of years, but I think there's still a lot that could be done.
Floating support. If you had a worker that visited you once a week, because we can isolate ourselves, you know.
More support as regards to aftercare, as more support from your key worker, all round support.
More structured daycare.
I think it'd be better if, like, you know, we done group things sort of thing, get a few of us and do group things and find out a bit about each other and that, you know what I mean? So we have a little laugh and that together.
More detoxes and that, like for people that are on the spot want to do a detox and that, instead of like 6 months down the line having to wait on the waiting list and that, like, you know.
Getting hold of a doctor at the moment is a bit difficult, because they're not here that often, so maybe if you could have a doctor here more regular.
Maybe I'd like to pick up less times a week, maybe.
Maybe if you could choose your own key worker and doctor, rather than having to have get what you're given.
Maybe more time for people.
But flexibility in how you prescribe and what you prescribe.
Yeah, just listen to people and, you know.
Yeah, rehabs. Need more rehabs, detoxes, more input, because there isn't enough of it. There's plenty of people that want to stop, but there's no help.
If we could get back on that, I think it'd be a lot better.
I think a better understanding as far as housing is concerned.
From to do more things with us, like doing different things and that, going places or days out or something.